walleye Jack's bringing up right now.
We think it's a walleye at least.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Could be a giant perch.
Literally 5 minutes in, we're marking them. They look active on the sonar. They're attacking the
Joe,
bait.
get the net out.
Fix the clicker.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Get the net out. Whatever it is, it's staying though.
It's a
You know-
walleye.
Yeah. It's keep your rod tip up, Jack.
Back up, Jack.
Well, you don't know for sure yet.
100% it's a walleye. Yeah. Oh, hopefully we got some loins in the boat already.
Oh, it's fighting.
Yeah, just keep it tight.
Keep it tight. Keep going.
Can we get off? Real. Got off.
Yeah, he got off.
Oh, he did a little head shake. That's okay.
Yeah. A lot of guys lose them by the boat because walleye are known to not hit it very hard. So yeah, I gotta give a nice set the hook, and look at that.
Yeah.
One third gone. Let's get back at it. Pop off. There you go. It's in free school.
I got a fish.
Ready?
So he's a fish
I
on.
have to let this out or what?
Hand line it in. Hand line.
Real? Real? Look, Joe. It's gonna be a
Hand line it in. Here, I'll hold the rod. You just hand line it. So he accidentally knocked it in a free spool
I was gonna let it out.
as he was fighting a fish, or as a fish hit, and so it was a mess.
Watch it find it going corner. There you go. I'm tugging. Yeah, there's a good fish right there. Really long line out, guys.
Yeah. Oh, look at it, Mr. Wally.
There's a net. You got the net, Joe?
Let him heal. They always come off of the boat. This is a really good wall.
Here, give me the net.
Big one.
Let him go. I'm almost acting like a drag system. When he goes, I'm letting him go. Shoot, man. He's got a lot of energy left.
Yeah, it's a nice
Yeah,
walleye.
out in the net. Jeez.
Yeah, it's a big one. Wow.
That's a huge walleye, guys.
Lake Erie walleye.
There you go, guys. Some Lake Erie gold. The first of hopefully many to come. And that was just unlucky. You know what? We hit the free spool by accident.
No, I was gonna let it down.
You're letting it down, and the fish. Wow.
And the fish took it right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was in free spool. So.
Look at that. Look at the white on the tail there.
Yeah. That's how you tell it's a walleye, not a sauger.
The white on the
The
tail?
white tips on the bottom of the tail. Yeah.
that's a good sized
Nice
fish.
chunky walleye.
Just fat meat. We'll get like 3 pounds of meat off this thing.
Yeah. We're gonna be eating well tonight.
There you go.
Just wait, Jack. You'll get the next one.
Say it again.
So we hooked up on another. I think it's a walleye. We're a little deep right now.
Don't worry.
I think 55 feet.
You and Jamie.
Around 55 feet has been the depth for us. He's coming up nicely.
We got Jamie on the steering wheel here. Good job, Jamie. Wave to the camera. Hey, over here. Good job, navigator. Captain Jamie.
He has quite a bit of weight to him. Whatever it is. It's either a nice walleye or the thing that I dread the most.
The sheephead.
Could be a walleye. Hey, that's nice. I want to get the net. Here, I'll record.
You got it?
There you go. Beautiful flat conditions today. Decided to head out
Oh,
to.
he's after him the other rod.
Oh wow, look at this.
Sure.
Yeah, on the stacker.
Okay, hold on.
That's the. So I say we don't use the stacker.
Bring him head. Bring him
Good
here.
fish, guys.
Don't worry about that other line. Keep him down, under, Johnny.
No, you want to keep tension on that line.
I can't bring it up in the line.
Okay, walk back. Walk back. Walk back.
Did you say you?
Hold on.
Soft.
There you go.
Soft back.
Keep it tight, yeah. Beautiful job. Another good sized Lake Erie walleye, pickerel, whatever you want to call these
Steak
things.
of the lake. That's what I call them.
There you go.
They'll eat good.
Hook came out of the net, out of the fish's mouth once again in the
Just
net.
to hook off, Johnny, and
So,
then give me the
as you can see again, like you saw on the first hit, they barely hit this rod. They don't even pop the clips most of the time because we're running salmon clips. Even the walleye clips, they don't pop. Gotta put them in really loose.
This guy did pop
And-
it.
He did?
Yeah, you know, I held the rod and I was going to pop it and then he
Yeah.
popped it.
Yeah, they don't hit very hard, so So they come off by the
Right,
boat
Johnny?
when they start making those runs by the boat, and they realize they're hooked. They hear the motor, and that's when a lot of guys lose them, right? But there we go. That's 2 fish in what? Maybe, yeah, 5 minutes altogether.
Yeah, beautiful
So-
walleye, guys. He's out in the net now. He's
Another one.
3-4 pounds, maybe more. He's
Yeah.
pretty chunky. Not as long as the other one, but definitely a nice fish.
Beautiful. Look at those eyes.
Look at the cheeks on him. That's what I like the
nice
most.
cheek meat.
Well,
This is
guys,
what we got, trolling for walleye. We hooked a brown goby in the side.
Brown.
Round goby, brown goby, whatever. I hate these things.
Can I have it?
Yeah, grab them. Watch the treble hook.
There you go. We're packing up after we film the outro. Look at that. Small little walleye.
perfect eater size.
That's perfect. I'm not even filming on the GoPro. I took my phone out. Literally 1 rod in the water.
He's had 2 out of 3 trebles.
Yeah, and that's actually up north, guys. This is what they go for. Like they go for with that 12-inch, right?
Not 12. No, this is only 12. They go for like 16 to 18-inch ones. Perfectly fit in the slot size, and you get nice sweet fillets off this thing.
Yeah. So there you go. All right, guys. As you can see from the beginning of our trip, within like 1 or 2 hours, the wind has picked up, and there's some good shop. Lake Erie is known for that. You got to be careful. So the sun's going down. I think it's time to head in. We got a couple fish, a couple nice fish. So we're gonna show you how we clean them and cook them. We'll do a nice catch and cook for you guys, and we'll see you with Chef Johnny at the fillet table. Alright guys, back home now, and we weighed this bad boy. She's about 6 pounds, which is pretty good sized walleye. So anyways, I'm going to show you guys how to fillet it quickly, because walleye are quick and easy to fillet. That's why they're really sought after commercial fish up in Canada here, especially on Lake Erie. So I'm just making a quick incision on the head, and look at that. Air bladder right there. And if you want to come on the other side here, Johnny, what I'm doing is I'm just going to start running along the spine with my knife, poking into him. And their scales are very large, so it makes them, it's pretty easy to fillet. You do need a sharp knife to cut through that skin though, no matter what. It's really with any fish. That's the story. But making sure to kind of rub along there, and as I get to the end, I just poke my knife through and kind of cut down and swipe that. Now I'm in, and I'm just gonna go along the spine. And I love these compared to the salmon we get, you know. Such big bones, you know. The salmon are so small, and you can go in the easily, when you fillet them like this, accidentally go into the other side of the fish.
Well, not necessarily small bones, but just weak bones, right?
Yeah. Walleye are very, very easy to fillet. And they yield a really good amount of meat for their size, I'll tell you that. So now, once I hit the spine, I go up, and then I'm coming down on the other side. There we go. It's a way better light. You hear the crickets in the background. It's like 10 o'clock right now. Holy, way easier to see where that rib cage is. There we go. And she opens up. There you go. See, I can't get any meat there because the ribs are right there. So I'll just cut that off.
The ribs too, they come out and they bend around and then they swoop up right at the end.
Yeah. See, that's a pretty good fillet job, if I say so myself. I'm just gonna skin this girl, and that's really it. Other than the cleaning out the pin bones here, which I'll do after I skin. Really easy to fillet, just like any normal fish. And what I like to do when I'm filleting these fish, if you can see here, I like to have my knife off the side of the cutting board to make it level. Just make sure it'll go on the other side of that skin there. And you don't pull by the skin. It's a common mistake here. What happens is when you pull by the skin, you screw up. By the meat, you screw up. When you pull by the skin, that's what you want to do. Kind of press your hand along, put pressure, and pull that skin. Don't be afraid. You can pull it pretty tight before it actually rips.
The great thing about walleye having really thick scales is hard to miss a little bit of meat. Hard to go through the skin when you're actually skinning it. So
yeah, and there you go. That is a beautiful fillet. No bloodline. You don't need to bleed them out. And look at that, like clean. Got all the meat. That's beautiful. And one more thing before I do the pin bones. Yeah, Johnny was waiting for me to say that. Cheek meat. So what you're gonna do is just put your knife in, kind of run, and it goes pretty far up, the cheek meat actually. It's an odd angle I'm coming out here.
Here's a tip. Use a smaller knife and going for the cheek meat.
Yeah.
So it's not as awkward.
And it's not like a circle like you'd imagine it to. It actually, you kind of just got to follow the gill plate. And holy cow, compared to most fish, like you get a really good amount of cheek meat off these bad boys.
Freshwater scallops.
There you go. Like with the cheek meat, do we cut off the skin off those?
Yeah, usually you can just peel off the skin with your hand. But
yeah, that's there you go. That's a clean walleye. I'm gonna quickly do the pin bones here. So there you go. And I just kind of like to feel if there's any bones. No, there you go. That's a beautiful walleye, Lake Erie walleye fillet, and yeah, unbelievable. So now we're gonna head to the kitchen, and Chef Johnny's gonna show you one of his favorite walleye recipes. Alright guys, welcome back to the kitchen, and as you can see, Chef Johnny is not here where he usually is in his natural habitat, but he's stuck behind the camera because I believe he has laryngitis and it's really hard for him to talk, so he can't really do the talking. Anyways, I'm just going to beer batter this walleye. The big fillet we're going to beer batter, and the small fillet I think we're just going to do like some sort of lemon, salt, just simple pepper seasoning on it, just to kind of get that true flavor because the small ones taste really good. Anyways, for the big walleye, I'm just gonna take about 1 cup of flour, some Bud Light beer. I'm just gonna pour in about 1/4 of it to start, and slowly get my consistency as I whisk it up. There you see it's kind of getting softer now. Kind of gets all that beer soaked up in the flour. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. It's still a little bit thick. Let's see, and it's gonna create a pretty thick, but not too thick batter for this fish. All right, and now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna throw this in the sink right now. I'm gonna chop up some of this beer. This fish. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut it into 1, 2, 3, get 4 good chunks off of it. So this is gonna be a thinner one. This is almost the belly meat. This is gonna be going, and then here you got the shoulder. Those are the 2 best fillets you're gonna get there. All right, so all I'm gonna do now is just dump this in here. I'm gonna use some tongs, I think, to move it around, to turn it so my finger doesn't get any of the batter on it. Get that nice and battered up. And I also use a tong so the finger doesn't take off the batter, like takes it off the meat. As you can see, if my finger was touching it there, it would get really bad. Just gotta turn it enough to the point where it's completely covered. And shake off that excess. Like that. All right, so that's one. I'm gonna do the rest of these off camera, and we're gonna throw it in the fryer deep fryer, and there we go from there. All right, guys, while the deep fryer is heating up, I'm gonna do the small walleye fillets now in this little anchored glass container. I'm gonna marinate it quickly. A quick lemon, like I said, lemon, salt, and pepper seasoning. I'm just gonna pour the lemon in. I'd say that's enough. And Johnny's just mixing it around there. And for the lemon, I don't need to do both sides. It's just gonna kind of soak in underneath and on top. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of salt. I want to get as much of the natural flavor as I can from this. And right, that milk one. Now I'm just gonna flip it over. Yeah, this is gonna be really good. The thing with walleye meat, it's so easy to work with because it's a very firm meat. So like when you're beer battering it, and I'm using the tongs over there to move it, it's not ripping up the fillet. Like if I were using salmon, oh my goodness, that would be a mess. So, you know, it's always key when you got these things right off. When we landed them on the boat, we put them in like a nice ice slurry, get them cold. Cold to the core temperature, and once we filleted them up right away in the fridge. So these things have been cold right since they died. So you got to take care of your catch to make sure it tastes good. So now just a little bit of butter on the pan, and we're just gonna basically this acts as olive oil. I like butter better. It tastes really good. And once this melts, we're gonna throw the fillets on. All right, guys, the butter is melted. It's perfectly even on the plate, and I'm just gonna throw these walleye fillets on. There we go. Try and get them right in the middle so it's cooked throughout evenly. Put the fan on. There you go. Let them sizzle. And they're gonna cook really quick because they're nice and thin, and that's what I love about these fish is the small ones. The meat never gets dry in the middle because you're cooking it for such a short amount of time. So yeah, I'm excited to try them. Alright guys, I just checked them and they're about done. These fillets took like maybe 2 minutes to cook, so I think it's time to take them off. Don't want to overcook them, that's for sure. Look at that. It's so flaky and firm, it just falls off. Let's see, getting this one off for this one. There we go. And that is some fresh Lake Erie walleye. I'm really excited to try this. Guys, I'm behind the camera now, and Johnny is here to approve my cooking. Not gonna talk much, he's just gonna give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, and all right, Johnny. Go flaky, just look at that, unbelievable. Go. The moment I feel approval. You know, guys, I'm not the biggest fish guy. Johnny and my dad are kind of the guys who love keeping their fish. I'm more of like, I want to be a catch and release guy, but walleye is the one fish I approve of that every single time I'm going to keep it. So that's really good. But honestly, like, you don't even need seasoning on this thing. It's unbelievable. Just, yeah, no words. Best freshwater tasting fish, 100%. All right, guys. Before we started, we filled the deep fryer up with some vegetable oil. It's finally done preheating. Took a little while, but I think we're ready to go. I'm gonna dump these fillets in. I'm gonna re-dip them a little. I think that's enough, though. All right, guys, time to scoop these your battered fillets out of the fryer, and that's beautiful. And also on the wrong plate. Transfer them over. I don't know why I did that, but there you go. Sizzling. Those look really good. All right, guys, I'm here with Jack right before he's got a big soccer game, and we're gonna try this walleye. I'm pretty excited for it. think, Jack?
It's good.
I think it's really good. You know, we beer battered walleye before.
Fish and chips taste.
Good, good. It's got that restaurant kind of taste, you know. And we beer battered walleye before, and you know what? We're getting better, finding the right consistency, and it's a little bit thick for how much we left on in the for the batter. But overall, I think it's extremely good. And if you pair this with, oh, he's giving some.
I'm gonna have a try.
Give some tartar sauce. But if you give put some sauce on it, oh my goodness.
Let's try that little Heinz tartar sauce.
All right.
Even Jack's eating it. It must be good. Pretty flaky.
Not bad. Yeah.
Mhm.
Good. Is it John approved?
Mhm.
That's good to hear, guys.
It's a little hot, but it's tasty.
It just came out of the deep fryer, but.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, share it with some friends, leave a comment if you'd like, and we'll see you next time on JK Fishing.